This is a podcast that dwells into topics such as games, movies, news, and even history. Today we've caught a wild creepypasta in our spotlight, so stay tuned, because this is the Try By Podcast, also known as Tripod.
Ah!
Was it
Yes.
that bad?
Just dies.
Okay. Insert cartoon scream sound effect, good lord.
Insert cartoon screen effects.
No, insert the ugly face scene, and then that scream in there. Basically.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh god, the uncanny faces. Oh lord.
Oh man.
Oh,
All right.
alright.
So yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 2 of the Tripod. Today you are joined with
Yay.
Today you are joined with Nels TK. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and you are also here with the Merrick.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Bob. I mean, Mario. It's Mario, also known as the Merrick.
And we got Jada Ghost.
Yo, what's good?
And we got a special guest, our first ever guest on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the courageous Fatal Fox.
You're
Yes.
Woohoo!
So, so yeah. So Fatal Fox, welcome to the podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you to be joining us today.
today.
How's that? Nice to be here.
Yeah. Even though we're not in person, but we still can share spiritually through online. So tell us a little about yourselves. Like, what do you like to do, and why are you here?
Well, I'm former Marine. I've been a mentor for Jay for years now. I do mechanic work on the side. I'm a gamer and I work for the city. I'm actually in water distribution. I make sure water towers are filled and sewage goes where it's supposed to go.
All right. Okay. What type of games you like to play?
I
What
play
type of games do you
first
play?
person, everything from first person shooters to survivals. I'm currently in a run through Days Gone again. I play everything from like The Long Drive, Power World, of course, Black Ops 6. You name it, I probably played it.
All right. Okay.
I've actually got Jay hooked on one called Brotato.
Yup. Rotita's actually pretty good.
Okay. I never heard of that. Wow. I love all types of games myself. You know, I love indie games. I really do. Actually, me and Merrick like indie games. He's an indie game maker, and I'm a music maker. I'm a composer myself. But I like horror indie games. You know, I like indie games that
Oh, yeah.
like indie games. It's that feel. You know, I feel like it's more creative than a lot of other big horror games. You know, it's something about that developer or small team that can just create a vision, you know, multiple visions,
Yeah.
and base it on multiple stories. You know, it can be multiple horror stories. This brings us to our topic today: creepypastas. We all know them, we all love them. They've been haunting our nightmares ever since probably the 2010s, late 2000s, at least for me. In the 2000s, that's when the most prominent figures in the creepypastas came to be, such as Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, Ben Drowned, and countless others. So today we are going to share our experiences. We might have encountered them ourselves. We don't know. And yes, we're going to talk about those horror stories. So let's get into it. Merrick, share us your story revolving around creepypastas.
It's more of a dream, per se. But it was back when I was like a wee little lad, when I was like a, I don't know, toddler.
He was a real lad.
Wee little lad. And I had this nightmare of this thing coming out of my TV. And I remember it so I remember it so well. It was because I used to be so horrified with like little things. Like there was the end part of like, the Coraline movie or whatever, and it had this little like creepy like it had this piano thing or it had like this production company or whatever. And for some reason I had a nightmare of that. and I remember what the character looked like, and he would just come out of he would come out of the TV screen and he would just catch me for my life. I would be sent to his like freaking like dimension, and it was something like that
Are
ending
you
or whatever.
sure
It
it
was
wasn't
creepy.
Samara Morgan?
I don't think so.
She didn't
No,
come through the TV.
it is, this is not the Grudge,
Seven
by the
seven
way.
day. It's not even the Grudge, but 7 days prior. You sure you
Oh,
didn't get a
The
phone
Ring.
call saying 7 days? You sure you didn't get that?
no, I didn't. This was back when I was like a little kid. I didn't know all this like horror movie stuff at the time.
Wow.
I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe Halloween. I don't freaking know. I mean, I'm not like you guys, okay, where I was like 2 years old and I was starting to watch horror movies.
Shit, I was young when I started
Just
watching horror
imagine,
movies.
yeah, imagine being bored to watch horror movies. I know some. Actually, no, I take that back. There definitely is people that do that, and I
Yeah, shit,
live
there's
for that.
someone in here in the car right now. What do you mean? Literally.
Yeah. But yeah, I had that nightmare. It was terrifying, and I always thought
Dude, you
about it.
want to talk? You want to talk about a terrifying nightmare? I have got you beat.
All
And
right.
this is one from my childhood too. I had a dream one night that I was in my old elementary school being chased by these giant yellow and bright ass electric blue spiders. And as I'm running through the hallways, all of a sudden I come across like one of the little fire cabinets
Yeah.
and pull an axe out and I start hitting them with the axe. Every time I hit one, it would split into two slightly smaller spiders.
Oh hell,
God.
man.
It's just
To the
like that.
point I
Oh my.
was, it got to the point I was being chased by thousands.
How many times did you hit him? Damn,
I never stopped swinging it, bro.
man.
I hate spiders to this day,
I hate
Man.
insects in
largely
general.
because of that dream.
I don't hate insects. I just dislike them. I don't like how they look inside the house.
Yeah. I don't really give a shit if I have like a spider in my room. I'll be like, oh, it's a spider. If it was a black widow though, I would be shrieking. I would be
Every
shrieking my
anyone,
ass.
anyone would. What are you talking about? Anyone would.
Yeah, I would be screaming like a freaking girl. I'd be screaming so loud the whole house would
Bomb the house.
It would.
Like literally.
Oh God.
But
And
yeah.
don't get me started on those damn centipedes.
Oh no!
Oh Lord.
Please no. Hell no.
Yeah, the
It's
way
the
they
way they
crawl
move
and
their
everything.
feet. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I feel that.
yeah. Especially like the one time I went in my sister's room and there was a huge ass centipede. It was so big. It was almost as big as her chair, and I was like, "Oh my God." That turned me off completely. I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh,
Oh no.
man.
Hell no. Like basically.
Take my strong hand.
Oh man.
Man, it was like literally from the Jurassic Age at that point. It was so huge.
Wow, that's what she said.
Hey,
I
hey,
knew
hey,
it was gonna happen.
what have I told you about hanging out outside my window?
Oh God. Oh God. There are some creepy pastas I know, of course.
Yes.
Like for example, I think the first creepy pasta I knew way back in the day was Sonic.exe.
Yes,
So really,
that's
like
a
when I
big one.
first saw it, yeah, when I first saw it, I was terrified. That this was back when I was probably like 7 or 8 years old or something like that, and I was shitting my pants seeing it. Especially when the I am God image showed up. This is the video game that's based off it, by the way. And that like haunted me for a while. Like what I originally knew Sonic as, this was a whole different story. I was like, oh my God. But that was like what really introduced me to creepypastas was that game. The story wasn't that great from what I've heard, and I haven't read it myself, but I'm sure it probably isn't. I believe, and I'm not entirely sure if this is true or not, but I think it goes like, like one day it was so bad that the guy got a fucking like sword or something like that to attack Sonic.exe with it or something like that. Or maybe I'm assuming it's a different story, but I remember something like that. But
Yeah.
no, it was about this guy who like finds like a CD disc or whatever and has Sonic in it, and he tries to put it in. Something about his friend or somebody dying from that game, and that's where that
Oh yeah, I
setup.
heard about that.
Yeah, and it basically plays just like in the game.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
I
you're
think the most
him.
iconic part of Sonic.exe is the scream. That damn scream once like, cause you know Sonic would chase like Tails and Knuckles, you know, and the background is
Yeah.
in flames and shit like that. I think it was scary because they just
Yeah, I remember playing
even
that
Doctor
shit.
Eggman. You remember that one level? I think the staircase, Doctor Eggman running
Yeah.
down, and he's
Yeah.
slowly reaching out to get you. Then when Sonic would get you, it's
He just
over. Clap them damn cheeks and they scream.
yeah. Just like in that one animation, I can't remember what it was, but like he rips him apart,
Yeah.
literally.
Oh yeah, the
Eggman.
death screen, the end screen. Oh hell.
The death screen. Yeah, the most iconic part is definitely his laugh.
Yeah.
Sonic's laugh. It's so evil.
Can we hear you replicate it? It sounds like a damn vacuum
Uh,
cleaner. Honestly, I'm not gonna. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner going over like a damn rug,
a
or it's like,
vacuum cleaner?
yeah, it sounds like it's stuck on a rug.
Well, I don't know if I could replicate it, but no, it's
No, it goes like.
oh no, not no, no. I was
It goes something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. It was something like that. Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking about that one, but that one is also creepy as hell. Well, like when
Yeah.
that whole like when you know the I'm God screen, and then he screams at you, and it's like oh my god, and then in the end, I think he puts all the characters on like these not pitchforks, these little sticks or whatever.
Yeah, they're
He
decapitated,
put it
right?
literally, yeah,
Yeah.
basically. It's pretty messed up. But that's basically what introduced the whole .exe genre, and it's pretty fascinating. I
Yeah.
almost feel bad because nowadays it's not as big as it used to be.
It's not. It really
Except
isn't.
for like, except for it being, I guess, a thing in Pillar Chase. You know, that's a thing that exists. Um, you know, that's really I think that's really where Sonic.exe is nowadays. I mean, at least it's somewhere, right? But
Yeah.
there were a multitude of other creepypastas that came out. The I Hate You.exe game, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
No, I never heard of that.
Oh my god, literally?
No.
Wow. It's basically a game of Super Mario World. So, you know, Mario's like basically about to get to Bowser's world. He goes into this abandoned ship and he gets this key and he goes into these holes. The keyhole or whatever, the special area or whatever that it is in Super Mario. And what's weird is the boos have no eyes. They have no eyes. And as he progresses, like once he gets to that point, Bowser's eyes, the island Bowser starts to bleed out. And he goes to the level literally called Oh God No. And he goes into it, and as he does, you know, he goes through these adventures or whatever, and he sees all these dead Mario corpses on the spikes or whatever, and they start chasing him. And then the one most iconic part about the game is that blasted mushroom. If you know what I'm talking about, the mushroom with that freaky looking face, that women face or whatever it is, it's pretty haunting. Not really that haunting, but like when you touch it, it basically gives you like a frenzy of jump scares or whatever. But then when you go into the boss or whatever, it's Luigi, and you fight him, and then you kill Luigi in the lobby. It's like, oh god, no! And then all of a sudden you get the ending, and it plays that creepy ass Super Paper Mario music, and it's like the ending in Super Mario World, but Luigi's face is like just gone. It's just ripped away. I'm surprised you haven't heard about it. I'm sure you have to have seen the game over screen or the ending screen. It's terrifying. Like
No.
Luigi's face is like ripped apart. He looks like a fucking zombie. I'm
No.
surprised you haven't heard about it. I remember seeing it and it was terrible.
Now I only
Alright.
grew up with Sonic.exe. You know, that's the
Yeah.
only one I grew up with.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
a creepy game. There's others, of course. The Tailsdale one is probably one of the more infamous ones in there. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that was very great. Very great story. Let's move on to the guests now.
Wow.
Let's move on to Fatal Fox. So Fatal, have you encountered any real life phenomenons or supernatural entities, or have you discovered any stories with creepypasta? Lay it on us.
I've actually seen several creepypasta videos. Depending on which way you want me to go with this, I can go with creepypasta or a short little supernatural experience that I had. Actually, not more than a couple months ago.
Yeah, sure. Give us a supernatural experience. What happened?
So when I was working graveyard shifts for the city, one of my jobs on Wednesday night was to go out to each one of the pump stations and do just a general security layout, make sure there's no leaks, nothing like that. Well, I was pulling up at Pump Station 5, which is close to the edge of town. It's got a big ass field back behind it. And I'm one of those people, I don't get scared of anything. Got out the truck. So far, it was a normal night. And as I'm walking back towards the gate to lock it up, all of a sudden I hear this unearthly, ethereal scream that, as I tried to look it up and I've heard recordings that sound similar, apparently it's a skinwalker.
Okay.
So there is a skinwalker that lives in my city,
Okay.
like right on the edge.
Damn. Wow. So, have you tried to contact Sam and Dean yet?
Nah, haven't been able to get a hold of him.
Sorry.
Not since the end of season 15.
Yeah. Hey, hell, you might make an appearance in season 6, and if anything ever goes down. But wow, that's crazy. So you didn't see it, but you only heard it.
Yes. But it was one of those things that every hair on my body stood up, and that doesn't ever happen to me.
Yeah, hell, shit, I would have been booking it. I would have turned into a lipping runner. Man.
No, I just pulled out my knife.
Okay. Wow.
I go everywhere with the fixed blade, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, shit, that's one hell of a mini story. That makes great for like a Goosebumps book. What about creepy natural? Creepy natural? Well, hell.
Creepy natural.
What's your favorite creepy pasta?
Creepypasta?
Yeah.
Hands down, no questions asked, the Russian sleep experiments.
Damn. Okay.
First one I ever heard, and it's what got me hooked on creepypasta.
Man.
I can listen to it over and over and never get tired of it.
Could you tell us more about it?
So it starts off, it's Russian scientists back in the 1940s were trying to develop a way to help soldiers stay awake. They were experimenting with a new gas compound. So they took 5 death row prisoners, locked them into a sealed chamber, told them they could stay awake for 5 days or 7 days. They'd get to walk free. Or no, 30 days, sorry. Staying awake for 30 days straight, they'd get to leave for free. Like, charges dropped, everything, they're free. They went the first week, everything seemed normal. About the 2-week mark, they slowly started losing their mind. And it just rapidly went downhill. And it's fascinating because it does talk about somewhat of the animalistic nature of within human beings.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a movie about it.
Yeah, I played a game about
I
it.
think they did do a movie about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there's a game.
it's been one of my favorite ones for years. This is one I never get tired of listening to.
Yeah, it's there's a game called Insomnia's Experiment. It's a fire ass game. I played it on my channel some months back. It's a very great game, and it's exactly what you said. There's a damn box elder bug on my wall. These damn bugs, man. Where are they? Have y'all encountered box elder bugs?
Box
No.
bugs?
Yes. Water bugs, basically.
Water. Oh.
Oh yeah, I've experienced a few of them.
Yeah, they're pretty gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
Satisfying to squish, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Going
Oh,
back
yeah.
to,
Oh,
going back to
yeah.
the damn topic. What about okay, so Jason, you what creepypastas have you got into?
Well, first, I do have a little horror story I'd like to share.
All right, go ahead.
So about, I'd say, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I used to work at this hotel called, I'm not even going to mention it due to privacy reasons, but there's this hotel I used to work at, and I was a maintenance person there. So which means I used to set up events, I used to march around the building. There's this one night where I was working by myself, and it was like between midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. And this place is known for having spirits and seeing spirits. And I
Uh,
swear to you, one day I was working there, and I seen this girl in this white dress, like walk past me, and I look around, like the entire ballroom Like, mind you, this is a big ass ballroom and only some lights are on because, I was only working in one area. And I swear to you, I seen it. And so I look around, I, turn on all the lights to make sure there's no one in there because, it's kind of the rules not to have any guests back there while you're working before the event. So I check it, I shut off all the lights after I finish everything, and then I go and lock the door, like towards the like back area where the chairs and tables are. And it's just like little like kind of like lock where you can lock the door so nobody can get in or out.
Uh-huh.
So I go in, and as I'm like closing this door, I see something literally bolt towards the freaking door. Like I couldn't explain what I saw. Like it was fucking terrifying. And like it sent chills down my spine. And I like close the door as quick as I can and lock it. And then I like call over the radio. I was like, "Hey, I think there's somebody in the vault. I just see something like bolt towards me." And then I had like two other people come with me, and we like checked the entire ballroom. Nothing. Nobody was hiding. Literally nothing. They thought I was crazy. And so they leave. I, close down, get ready to leave too. And like I also hear like talking from like the freezers. So like as you're walking out of the hallway from where the door is, you go through the kitchen, and like to your left there are the freezers. And
Uh-huh.
like I heard like whispering almost. Like there was like whispering like they were saying my name to go there. I've never left so fucking quick in my life. And I later found out that on the fourth or fifth floor of one of the rooms, there was this girl who overdosed. And apparently guests and workers both have seen this girl in this white dress. And I just think it was like one of the most like scary experiences I've had with the paranormal. And moving on to the creepypasta stories, or at least the creepypasta stuff, that one of my favorites, I'd have to go with the Slenderman creepypasta. Reason being, it was one of the first creepypastas that I've ever like really seen and like got very intrigued to. And I've also noticed that there was a movie about it where these two girls stabbed their best friend, or like tried to kill their best friend. And two of them went to jail, and you know, a whole ordeal. If you want to go watch the movie, it's somewhere out there.
It's
Just look up
ass.
Slenderman and it'll pop up somewhere. It's
Me,
ass.
yeah,
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
Me and my dad
it's
seen it.
very intriguing.
yeah, I've
I've
seen
seen
the
it too.
movie.
It's ass. It's really ass, but it's honestly a really good story. They could have done it a little bit different.
Yeah.
But like the creepypasta stories with Slenderman, I don't know what it is. I just like how creepy it is, how it's like this tall white dude that you see, not racist or anything. Um,
So it's creepy because he's
He's just
but
white.
it's
he's just a
yeah,
tall white man in a dress, basically.
in a suit, yes.
Yeah,
Quite
in a
literally.
suit.
And like just I love reading about it. Like I love seeing like creepypasta photos of it. Hell, maybe I mean even in one of my photos I've caught him. It could have been on Halloween or something, but I've seen a photo with Slenderman in one of my photos with my little sister. I don't have the photo anymore, unfortunately, but there are many photos out there like that. I just think it's a really cool like thing, honestly. And yeah, Nelson, what about you? What are your favorite creepy pastas?
That's a good question. Um, well, I guess since we're all doing this, I'll start off with the horror experience of my own. Um, a horror phenomenon that I went through. I guess I'll bring it up. In All Glaze, Ohio. So it's a county in
Long Glazed County.
It's a county in All Glaze. It's a county in Ohio called All Glaze County, and there is a place called the Bloody Bridge. And I guess the tale goes, the urban legend goes, if you put your
Isn't that called like the baby bridge or something like that?
Yes, like there's a woman and there's a bridge, and you can hear the woman or baby crying if you lay your keys
Yeah,
on
it's
top
called the
of.
baby bridge.
If well, no, it's called the bloody bridge as well. If you lay your keys on
Oh,
top
it is.
of the dash, you can hear the faint cries of, I forget if it's the mother and baby, or I don't know. It's probably one of them. But you park your damn car on top of the bridge, and you'll hear them. And I was taken there when I was very young, and my aunt told me the story, and I was very scared. I was crying. There's actually a photo of me on the sign. It says the bloody bridge, and I'm just crying. And you can see me crying in the photo. But yeah, and that's really not that scary of a phenomenon. I really can't think of anything else. Like I never contacted a ghost. I never been on like a damn journey with like Sam and Dean. I never done that. But
While we're on the
but
while we're on the topic of the baby
yeah,
bridge, I do have a small experience with that. It is true that
yeah.
if you do leave your keys on the dash and you can hear the screams, and when I was in the car, you can actually hear somebody trying to get into your car with you. It is always important to keep your doors
Are you
locked
sure
while
that
you're on
wasn't
the
a
bridge.
robber?
No, I'm
I mean,
dead ass. I even made sure. I looked in the mirrors. I looked in the mirrors and everything. There's nothing. And
imagine
like,
if he was crouched down though, just trying to break it.
no, for real.
I'm just
If it
kidding.
was that, then I'd probably notice it. But no, like it's actually true. Like you can hear somebody try to get into the car, like like scrape their hand on the car and shit.
Yeah,
It is the fucking creepiest thing ever. And I know damn well it ain't no robber because after that experience, I went out and made sure.
yeah. See, that's scary. I heard stuff like that.
And there were like baby
Number
prints on
one
it
rule
too.
of the horror movie: don't get out of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm white. I'm white though.
So am I. I ain't getting out the vehicle.
I got out of the vehicle after I got out of the bridge. Like I was at a gas station when I checked it. There was like baby prints and shit on the and shit.
It was?
Hmm.
Oh damn.
Like there was like little baby prints, like on like by the license plate and on top of the trunk.
Okay. And you sure that a mother didn't leave her baby covered in powder on your top of your car?
I am positive. Why would there be a fucking mother and a baby in the middle of the night covered in powder on a bridge?
Crackheads.
I get it, but
He's not
there's like
wrong.
there's really no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're in Ohio. I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But no, like there's nothing around it. Like it wasn't even like powder. It was more like somebody putting their like like how your like car is like all like gross and shit like with dust. It
Yeah.
was that was the car. Yeah, our car had dust on it, and we literally seen like handprints on
Okay, it's making me
it.
think of y'all probably don't know
Yeah.
the scene, but there's a scene in Jeepers Creepers where Trish and Derry, I know these are probably foreign names to y'all, or like y'all don't know the names, but
Oh,
it's
I watched Jeepers Creepers. I
yeah,
know
okay, so
exactly what you're talking about.
the original movie, they go to this like diner asking for help, and they get a call from a lady, TLDR, the one of the waitresses, I guess you call her, they say that the car has been tampered with, like because they went to refill up too or some shit like that. They look back out and their car is open with dairy clothes like all just scattered on the ground, and there's police get there, and the police looks, and there's dry skin on the damn handle to pull the car. I think that's probably the same substance that you encountered with that devil baby.
Yep. Devil baby.
Yeah.
Devil baby, get that pain away from me.
All right,
But-
all right. Let's throw ourselves on topic.
Oh,
Nelson
God.
Kid, back to you, my boy.
Yes. So my favorite creepypasta is a very recent creepypasta. Siren Head. No, it's not Siren. It's not Siren
Oh,
Head.
Ooh,
sorry.
yes,
But no, it's not
I
Siren
love
Head.
this.
Siren Head is a top 5 for me, but no, it's not Siren Head.
It's
It
the more
is
recent one.
it is the Backrooms, and that's still recent actually. The Backrooms was created like back in
Oh,
2018, 2019, but it didn't get popular until like after COVID, I think, like 2022, 2023. But so I'm an OG.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I love the
Yeah. If
Backrooms
you- if-
because There's so many rooms you can explore. It's a damn maze. It's a labyrinth. And that's why I love it. The damn flickering of the fluorescent lamps, the smell from the wet, dried up carpet, the 1980s looking wallpaper. I love it. And some people have like controversies with this topic because they say that they did too much with the backrooms. They added too many levels, which I agree. But at the same time, I like the add-on, you know? And once again, this is another creepypasta game that I played and posted on my channel. It's called The Classrooms, and it is basically taking place in a school, but then you go to all these other different worlds. Like there's a pool back rooms, there was a school back rooms, there's all these different types of back rooms. It's a very cool level. There's a library back rooms, and I also played it in the rec room. The rec room version of the back rooms is fire as well. But yeah, I just love the back rooms because it's multiple levels. I love achieving to different levels, but I also love the OG version of the backrooms. The OG version was just the backrooms, you know, the default, you know, the ones I just explained with the yellow wallpaper, mono. I think they explain it as a mono yellow wallpaper or some shit like that. And the carpet and the fluorescent lights. That's the original. I love that as well. But I also love how they added the levels. You know, I don't know specific levels. I know that in the backrooms rec room version, you start with the normal backrooms. Then level 2, it's like a parking garage. You gotta escape from this big black monster. It's very scary. He got a smiley face and everything. Then the third one is, I think, a jail cell, like a prison. Then there's so many, honestly. There's one that takes place in the mansion, I think. There's one that takes place in like an ocean. It's like a drowned city. Like it actually takes a while to beat. When I first played it, it was nothing. But they added so many levels now that it'll take you like 3 hours to beat it. I think 2 or 3 hours. Like if you're going in dry, but you know what the backrooms are,
if you know what you're doing,
it'll take you 3 hours.
Yeah.
Even if you know what you're doing,
yeah, it'll
still take a while. Like it's that hard, you know. And plus, you gotta avoid the monsters. I never solo shotted it though. I always played with other people. That's just too scary for me to go alone, Chief. Okay, I'm not doing that. But yeah, I think me and Merrick probably hopped on Rec Room with the backrooms. I think.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. It was like a few months ago we did it. It
Mm.
was interesting. I just felt like going through it. I feel like it was interesting, but God, I was so tired. I was about to pass out playing that. I'm not gonna lie, because it was so late at that point. I was like about to pass out and doing it, but
Yeah.
it was an interesting game. It was interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really was. It's one of my favorite games on Rec Room, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I love the backrooms because it's a different levels and it's a big ass thing. It's not an entity like most creepypastas, and a lot of creepypastas are known for being a singular entity, a single monster. But this is not a monster, Chief. It's multiple monsters contained in a big ass building. And what I heard is that the original context for the backrooms is because they always added onto the lore. They're still adding on to the lore. I wouldn't doubt it. But it said that it was like 666 million miles long, or like 600,000 miles long. So yeah, but like the story goes is you're just taking a walk. Say you're taking a walk in the park. There's a crack in the sidewalk, or there's no crack. You glitch. That's what the backrooms are. The backrooms is like a fail-safe or some shit. You know, you glitch through reality. You end up in the backrooms. I always thought that the backrooms were like it was like a demo for God. You know, speaking lore-wise, like in the story, it was a demo for God. You know, and it was a failed world, and he never expanded on it, and it just slowly glitched over time, and that glitch slowly seeped into our reality. So that's how I pictured it. There's this guy named Kane. I forget. He's a YouTuber, but he also added to lore. Like he created like a story in the backrooms, like his own backroom story. It looks realistic as hell. It's like found footage. If you love found footage, y'all would love this. Like it's very fire. I forget the guy's name, but he made a channel. Even MatPat is so big that MatPat reviewed it, and it's Kane Pixels. That's what it is. Also, it's going to be a film too. I don't know if the film is already out, but it's going to be a film. I can't wait to watch it. But yeah, it's very cool, man. It's very cool. I suggest y'all watch it. But yeah, that's my story. I think the Backrooms are the best. It's the best. Now I have to say this. Slenderman. Slenderman was my favorite as well. I feel like we all grow up with Slenderman. That's like our first creepypasta. That's my first
Oh, yeah.
creepypasta.
Basically,
yeah.
yeah.
Because all the
Yeah.
games and stuff. Markiplier, shout out to Markiplier, because I remember back in the day he played all the Slendermans known to man. Like there's a Slenderman Arrival, Slenderman the Hospice, Slenderman 7th Street. I kind of want to watch that now. I'm saying that, but he played damn near all of them. I wish I could play them. I tried to play them years back, but the link is broken. It don't work anymore. You got to think this was back in like 2012, 2013. But yeah, that's my story, about the Backrooms.
Speaking of Slender the Arrival, I actually just got done playing it not so long ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, is it on Steam?
I believe it's on Steam. It's also on PlayStation, Xbox. I don't think it's on Switch right now,
All right,
but I just played it on Xbox not so long.
all right.
Hmm.
All right. Oh, come on!
What happened?
Oh shit!
Did you not record it?
I did record it. It didn't record.
No, you're fucking with me. You're fucking with me.
Are you
shit.
serious? Are you actually serious?
Yes,
Or are you,
yes.
are you
For,
just
for once in my life, I'm actually serious. That was like
Oh my
30,
God.
40 minutes down the damn drain.
Fuck.
Well, guess what? Guess what?
What?
Remember what happened
Please tell me
earlier?
you recorded.
Remember what I said it?
Please tell me you recorded GX.
I'm fucking recording it, baby.
Oh, you are?
Oh, thank God.
Wait, you
The
are?
only issue is that
Oh.
yeah, I'm still recording
Guess
this.
what? Guess what? I lied. I'm still recording too. I got your ass.
Of course,
Oh, you son of a bitches.
Yes.
man. I don't know. I'm just doing it for safety precautions. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
But
thank
anyway,
fuck.
I got terabytes.
Oh, hold
of
on, hold
storage.
on. We
Never
gotta
run
take
it
a
out.
5 minute. We gotta take a
also-
5 minute real
That
quick.
might as well have been a creepy pasta of its own. Imagine.
Dude. 30 minutes of fucking footage gone just because I forgot to fucking press record. Oh.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for deep diving with us into what makes us scared. We discuss creepypastas and we discuss horror stories that scared the living shit out of us. We still got some shit inside of us, so let's keep on going. I have been Nels TK. Click, click. This has been Fatal Fox. Thank you for joining, Fatal Fox.
Thanks
Not
for joining.
no problem, guys. I enjoyed it.
And this has been Jada Ghost.
Yup.
And this has been The Merrick.